who's here! We are so excited to do our centennial show. 100 years. Who would have known that I was that old? Imagine doing a centennial show. Anyway, how you doing tonight, audience? I got to stay behind the green line, otherwise no one sees me. There's a little show business tip. Oh, my life has changed over the last few years. All my kids are grown now. It's just me and my wife at home. And for some reason, new rules have emerged in my house that are really throwing me off. For instance, in my house now, if you have your shoes on, you have to do everything. Look at Bill, you already have your shoes on. Could you take out the trash, pick up the laundry? I would do it myself. You already have your shoes on. So I'm going to sit here and not do nothing while you do every exterior chore possible. The second rule is if you happen to be up. Bill, you're already up. Could you give me some coffee, make the breakfast, clock the bathroom? I would do it myself. You're already up. So I'm going to sit here and not do nothing. You have to do everything in the house known to man. So now when you come to my house, I'm sitting down with my shoes off, hoping there's no new rules about to emerge that I don't know about. Another problem, there's a person in my house called somebody that always is in deep trouble. Somebody's got to do something about this trash. Somebody's got to do something about this bathroom. Okay, I'll keep looking for that guy. I don't know who the hell he is, but he's got a hell of a to-do list. I know that. I want no part of that guy. Somebody. Yeah, life is different now. My wife is so worried that I'm going to be watching TV and spill stuff on myself that she wants me to wear a bib. I don't find this too attractive to wear a bib. She says, oh, Bill, it's okay. It'll be a very attractive bib. Oh, yeah, people walking in the house. Hey, Bill, hell of a bib you got there, you stud man there, and your bib. Life is different, you know. Every now and then at our age, you know, you have the conversation about what would happen if you had to resuscitate or not resuscitate, whether to pull the plug. It's a very serious conversation. I always say, you know, go ahead, just pull the plug. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. My wife says, hold on, Bill. Don't go too fast. Give me a chance. She's worried I'm going to pull the plug too fast. I go, I'm not going to pull the plug. What the hell are you talking about? She goes, you're so goal-oriented. I figured you'd go too fast. Like I'm going to put it on a to-do list, you know, food shop, pull the plug, I'm a wife. She says this in groups of people with other people. Yeah, I'm afraid Bill's going to pull a plug. They'll look at me. There's the guy going to pull a plug on his wife too fast. I hate that guy. No, that's my life now. Getting older. Your body does all kinds of stuff you're not ready for. Sweat more around my stomach than on my arms. What that's all about. Put deodorant on your belly button. It's weird. You know? And men go to the bathroom more often as you get older. I'm getting used to this. But now every time we're out, I go to leave, my wife treats me like a 2-year-old. Bill, do you have to use the restroom? No, I think I'm okay. Are you sure? Don't you think you should try? Yeah, I better go piss. I'm old. And I hate mirrors now. Mirrors are not the friend of us people as we get older. Every time I look in a mirror, I go, oh, my God, that's what I look like now? It's very depressing. I work in this place in the Poconos, you know, and they give you a room. It's supposed to be real sexy, attractive for romantic things, you know. They give you a room that's got a round bed with mirrors all the way around and mirrors on the ceiling. This is supposed to be sexy. All it does is make me hate myself in every direction. I'm a wrinkled, fat, old guy. I just want to kill myself right now. It's depressing. And, you know, you get older, people talk to you different. I mean, they say things, you know, you're not as young as you used to be. No, neither are you. Nobody is. Why do I have to? It's another one like, you're getting up there. You're getting up there. I'm getting where am I getting? Closer to death? Great, thanks for bringing that up. My wife uses the age thing too. Whenever I go to buy a big item, like a couch or a bed, Bill, we have to get it going. It's probably the last one we're ever going to buy. Great. That makes me want to go. The whole time I'm out, I feel like dead man shopping. Why don't we get a real cheap one so I can live longer? How's that? Well, hey, we're going to have a good show. You ready for a good show? I have a terrific guest tonight. Very funny guy. He works all over the place. He's done all kinds of stuff. He runs a terrific podcast. Funny. Behind the Funny. I forgot the name. Behind the Funny podcast. You should check it out. I was on it myself. That's how I know it's so good. Please welcome Scott Higgins.
Thanks, Bill. I love what you've done with your living room. It looks great in here. Nice. We should have done this at my house next time. How about that? I'm excited. My wife and I, we had a baby. Thank you. Yeah, she's 26 now. And, yeah, we still kind of like her. She's okay, I guess. But thank you for all the sympathy. I actually have 3 kids, which is kind of nice. All 3 are girls. Thank you. That's the sympathy that I need for that. And everyone says teenage girls are tough, and they are, but know what's even worse is dealing with the teenage boys that come over. And I like to greet the young man when he comes to my door. And when that horny prick rings my doorbell, oh, I throw open that front door like, hello, gorgeous. Why don't you spin around and let me check that ass out? Do you work out? Because you can run fast. Look at you go. Bye. But, honey, he can't stay. He's got track practice. He's going to win. He's fast. He's really fast. They got me back for doing that, though. Recently, they invited a gay friend over and didn't tell me. So he comes to the door. I throw it open. Hello, gorgeous. And he looks at me and goes, well, hello, daddy. Yeah, we've been dating for a month now, and not saying he's the one, but never know. My wife gets mad at me. She goes, why do you pick on them? You were that age once. You thought the same way. No, I didn't, because I didn't learn about sex like they did. I did not grow up with internet porn. Right? I told her, do you know what kind of rotten, nasty, disgusting stuff they look at online? Because I do. I've done my research. It's not easy. Wasn't any easier when they were little. My kids were all born 3 years apart, so there was a 10-year span in my life. I didn't use a toilet by myself for 10 years. Because they'll walk right in on you, little ones. And they'll have friends in tow. They don't care. So I'm sitting there like an idiot. Hi, how are you? We haven't met before, have we? And there's more of you. It's the birthday party. You got to worry about them walking in on you having sex. And that happened to me. I just didn't know it. I found out the next day. My daughter comes up to me, Dad, I'm worried about you. You're losing your memory. My memory? Yeah, you forgot who Grandpa was. I heard you in your room last night yelling at Mom, who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Try explaining that one at the breakfast table the next day. Could have been worse. At least she didn't find out I was alone. I can give you a minute on that if you need it. Yes. I was told it was an adult show. Oh, I still remember, though, that first time I was in a delivery room when my first child was born. It's an amazing moment because there she is, this brand new human being, and they hand her to me, and I get to hold her for that very first time. And I think, at least for a guy anyway, that's the moment you find out what the words true love means, because I knew I was done. Whatever she wants, whatever she needs, I would take a bullet for her if I had to. And then one day she turned 13, started having her monthly visit. And there's a few days a month, if that shot rings out, I might duck. That's all I'm saying. She might be on her. No, I'm kidding. I'll still take a bullet for her. Of course, now it's going to come from my own gun. That's how that's going to happen. Thank you. You guys are very sympathetic. I appreciate that. Any dog people here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We have 2 adopted yellow labs, and they're idiots. They're total idiots. The female has panic attacks, so she's on Prozac because her life is so hard. She gets in a room and gets confused and can't leave, even with the door open. So she'll panic, and one time she chewed a hole through the bathroom wall into a closet on the other side. Yeah, she Shawshanked her way out of there is what she did. The male loves to eat shit. And people say, well, dogs do that. No, he's a connoisseur. Because he can find it anywhere. The problem is he can't digest it. So what happens? He throws it up on my bedroom floor at exactly 2 a.m. It's disgusting. So the last time I was at the vet, I asked him, is there anything we can do about this? He goes, yeah, I have this stuff I'll give you. You put it on his food, and when he goes to the bathroom, he'll leave it alone because it'll make it taste bad. I'm sorry, could you say that again? He goes, yeah, it's this powder you put on the food, and when they go to the bathroom, they'll leave it alone because it'll make it taste bad. Correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't it already taste like shit? How much worse are you making it? So that's the craziness of my house. I turned 50 2 months ago, which is strange because it's not old, it's not young, but it's the point when the warranty is expired. I get hurt a lot easier now. Like the other day, I pulled a muscle in my back, farting. I'd have Bill tie my shoes tonight. That's how bad it is. I have a lot of trouble peeing now. He's right about that. I have a lot of trouble peeing. That is until I zip up my pants, then I seem to have no problem whatsoever. Thank you. I like you guys. You're not going to laugh because you're very sympathetic. I'm trying to lose weight, though. That's hard now. But I read an article in Men's Health magazine that said when a guy is middle-aged, for every extra 20 pounds he carries on his frame, he loses an inch of length on his penis. I'm Irish. That scared the crap out of me. So I set a goal for myself. I'm trying to lose 160 pounds. Thank you. I'll give you a minute to do the math. No, that's silly. I'm trying to reach my original weight of 8 pounds, 5 ounces. Yeah, much bigger that way. Much bigger. Why is it the biggest problem with middle age is the doctor's visits? Why is it the older you get, the deeper inside you they need to go to check things out? Because I go for a physical every year. And this year I needed the prostate check, which I get it. No problem. Just give me a warning first. He doesn't say anything. Halfway through, I'm thinking they're done. I bend over to pull up my pants, and in goes the finger, which I wasn't ready for. So I jump up. I'm all tense, which means his finger is stuck. Really stuck, because I turn around to see what's going on. He wasn't there. He stayed behind me. Did he leave? Where did he go? Yeah, that's when I found out he was into ventriloquism. I don't know what he's touching. My mouth started moving on its own, though. He's good. I think Bill has him booked next month. If you guys want to come back, that should be fun. I got a bonus gift this year. This was a big year for me. I got the 2-day fun fest, the colonoscopy. Day 1, the cleansing. They gave me the gallon jug of stuff I'm supposed to drink. I knew I was in trouble when I saw the name of it. Go Lightly. That is a real product. Go Lightly. Yeah, that stuff should be called Blast Off. It's dangerous. They want me to drink a gallon. I drank 1 8-ounce glass, and I sneezed. I had to change my socks. I finished that entire container. I'm on the toilet. I needed a seatbelt. I thought I was launching myself across the room. Go Lightly. It lasted for 12 hours. How about Go All Nightly? Better name. Next day I go in for the procedure, and it starts with they strip you down, throw in that half a robe, and wheel you down the hall. And they told me to bring me to a room where my team was waiting for me. My team. I didn't even know we had tryouts. But they explain the procedure, and they show the camera, and I ask, how do you get all that in there? And that's when they showed me the Craftsman air compressor they're going to use to inflate me. So 30 seconds later, I am now a Macy's Thanksgiving Day balloon. And the doctor goes, you need to release some of that air. We certainly understand. Oh, you do you? Yeah, do you understand if I release anything, you're going to be across the hall? I'm like, don't you knock me out for this? He goes, no, we need you partially awake for the insertion. I don't like the sound of that. He goes, but we're going to give you some Valium. It'll help you relax. And then we give you Versed. And I go, what's Versed? He goes, it's an amnesiac. All right, let me get this straight. You want me to relax for the insertion and not to remember it later. What time does Dr. Cosby get here? I'm going to end on that one because I like that response right there. How's that, Bill?
Higgins! Since it's our centennial show, we're very excited here. And we have a sponsor, Home Sweet Home New England with Allison Ludwig, Real Estate. Give her a round of applause. If you're looking to buy a house, check her out. They're going to put her number up on the screen, and we're going to take a little break. We'll be right back. There you go. Yeah, I remember. All right, Higgins! Nice job, audience!
Great audience. A lot of fun.
Scott has a podcast, which I keep forgetting the name of.
And you were on for a two-parter even.
Yeah, it's a great podcast. Give me that name one more
It's called Behind the Funny.
Behind the Funny.
Yes, we talk to comedians from all over. We like to kind of go inside their minds, find out why they started comedy, why they do comedy. My partner, my co-host is Ace Aceto, also a comedian, and we always feel like making people laugh is like having a superpower. When you know you can make people laugh, it's such a great feeling, and you know, that's when we started talking to comedians about it and about why they do it and stuff like that, and we're like, these are great conversations, you know. I'd like to record these and put them out there. We started 2 years ago. We just started season 3 right now, and we're having a lot of fun.
Sounds
having
great.
a lot of fun.
You know, you go to one of those interview things like that, a podcast, and I think, oh, what am I going to do? You know? I got nothing to say about this, you know. And then I have so many stories. Most of them are disasters to have to.
Well, one of our favorite.
You can't tell everybody else these stories.
Yes.
You know, no one appreciates it like another comic. You know, it's like, all right, this happened. You know, I tell my wife, she goes, oh, was that bad, Bill? Yeah, it was bad.
Well, and I remember when you came out, Bill, he's like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. And 2 hours later, we had to stop him so we could wrap up for the night. Because once you start getting into the stories, comedians are natural storytellers. That's just what we do. And like you said, when you're around other comedians and you're comparing war stories, that's it. You know, it's all off to the races.
Yeah.
You know, you think about hanging out with the comics after shows or in the green room, and they're all comparing stories. And that's basically the concept of what that was. And,
many of the stories are how much we hate the bookers. I always say a good booker is someone that books me. Everybody else.
My favorites are the one that booked me too, so I know that feeling.
So you do this Funny for Funds thing too.
Yes, yeah.
Tell people about that.
It's a fundraising company that started a little over 4 years ago. We just did 2 weeks ago our 1,000th show, and we're at $4.4 million raised is what we've helped people with over the last 4.5 years. We've done them from everything from a Little League team to medical benefits to, you know, whatever somebody wants to have a fundraiser for. And it's a company that's built around, you know, service. We don't just show up with a mic and a stool and tell jokes. We're there from the day they want to put the show together right to the last moments of the show and help them plan and, you know, exactly how to run the night, because not everyone knows how to run a fundraiser. And
not everybody knows how to run a comedy show.
No, exactly.
We were just talking about it before the show. You know, you go if you're on any control of the show and you walk in, you never know what they're going to set you up. You know, we thought you put you in the corner, you know, and the people are in the other room. What are you doing?
Could you stand in the broom closet with your back to everybody while they eat and tell jokes? And it's just, you know, so we want the night to be a success, and we always look at it that if they have a successful night, then we're successful. And we just had a record-breaking show 3 weeks ago, $42,000 raised in one night. Is what these people raised.
That's great.
Yeah, for
How many people were there?
250, and they did really, really well. They,
Bought a lot of raffle tickets too.
they had show sponsors, they had raffles, we live auctioned
a booklet thing with the
vacation,
sponsors.
and it was just crazy night. And yeah, it was a gentleman that's suffering from cancer, and it was the best named show we've had in 1,000 show. They named it "Kick My Pancreas." That was the name of the show, because we asked them to name their shows to make it fun, and they named it "Kick My Pancreas," and we had a great night. It was awesome. Ton of money raised.
But he was saying what they do is, we walk in and some of the people think they know how to put the show together, and they don't know what they're doing. There's certain things we don't like. We don't like to be far away from the audience, so dance floors are bad. We don't like any distractions. So there's a lot of, we don't like breaks in the middle of the show. You get the audience going, you want to keep them the whole time. So there's certain things comics don't like, and they always go against that. So they put a contract together before the show.
Yep,
right?
yep. We have a list of things of how the night's going to run. It helps them so that they can plan for the evening, and it also helps us to make sure that the show goes the best possible way that it can, because we know all
It's
the
really good for
roadblocks.
everybody, but
Exactly.
it takes some of the control.
And we bring a full setup, so they can do it in any venue, because we have stage, backdrop, spotlights, sound systems, pre-show music, everything that they need. They just need room and people in the audience, and that's all they need. And we have everything else. We can do online ticket sales for them, online sponsors, donations, things like that now. So
what's the most unique kind of fundraising thing that you did that was the most different kind of, wasn't just normal, someone's having a health issue or something?
no, most of them, well, we do a lot of medical benefits. We actually had a softball team that did a fundraiser for beer money. Yeah, they wanted to stock up their money.
Oh, let's give for that.
Yeah, so they can get beer for the season, and that was kind of a funny one.
They really had a show to raise money.
Yeah,
for beer.
they said, we're being very honest. This is our beer fund. That's what we're doing this for. Hey, whatever.
How many
whatever
people
works
they
for you.
get to show up? The people are going to drink the beer?
There was about 150 people there that night. They raised like $3,000. So the way these guys were drinking that night, $3,000 covered that night, and that's it. Then they don't have any more beer money after that night. But
Should offer beer money here. I get more audience.
we did animal rescues and little league teams and high school bands and all kinds of stuff. It's the medical benefit ones obviously are the bigger money makers usually, because people are very generous in helping out people and everything.
It's a little tricky with the medical thing. You want to be very nice and for a good cause, but you don't want to mention too many negative things right before the comedy show.
No, and it's kind of a weird business to be in, because we're comedians, so we're there about having fun, but then there are these moments that just tug at your heartstrings. We had one of the most emotional ones. There was a guy that had been to several of our shows and really loved them, and he ended up getting cancer. And his daughter put together a show to help him out, but also because he loved the shows. Yeah. The week of the show, he ended up in the hospital being told that he's at the end, that he's not going to make it. And so we said, okay, let's set up a computer in his hospital room and Skype it so he can watch the show, because we want him to still be able to see the show. And he said, no, I'm going to the show. And we're like, well, is that in your best interest? And he's like, no, I'm going to the show. So Friday night, he's at the show, had a great time, great night. He said how great it was, hugged everybody. Next morning, we get a phone call, 10 a.m., he passed away.
Oh, wow.
But we were glad he got to go to the show the night before, because that was all he was looking forward to and everything.
Nice.
His daughter thanked us up a little.
We got to wrap it up. That's our centennial show. We're so excited.
Yes.
Thank you, audience. Got Higgins.
Thank you. Thanks, buddy.